you ready? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Victory Fuel Cup Series, presented by Full Throttle Television. We're coming to you live from Texas Motor Speedway in Texas for tonight's round of the Texas 250. And if you didn't know, we're in Texas. Tony, beside me in the booth tonight, Tony Solari. My name is Brady Hanna. We'll be bringing you all the coverage here for the Victory Fuel Cup Series here at this unique but very, very fast track here, Tony. We're going to look for some great racing here with two different ends of the track. Is just going to create an interesting and unique experience for the drivers and for us watching tonight.
Well, yeah, my counterpart on Wednesday had said, everything's bigger in Texas. And, compared to the race that we saw yesterday in the real series, the wrecks were definitely bigger. And I've been hearing a lot of people complain about how hot the track is. And I've been seeing a lot of guys spin and coming out of 2 and out of 4. And it is going to be very interesting for these guys to, get a handle on this card tonight.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of guys slipping and sliding around here tonight at Texas, and that's going to present a challenge of its own. But yeah, we talked about how the track is. We'll talk about the temps, but the track is very unique. 1 and 2, very wide, very flat, and still very fast. But it's really hard to find your entry point in 1 and 2 with the way it is. And then 3 and 4 is just wide open most of the time until you get on those older tires. And it makes 1 and 2 even more critical because you carry every bit of speed you come out of turn 2 with, you carry all the way around back to turn 1.
Yeah, it is. Since the reconfigure that they did, I don't even remember how many years ago. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it has gained a lot more speed. It seems like the track is a little bit bigger as well, or a little wider at least. And I don't know. It's a different challenge, but I'm still not 100% sold on it. But unfortunately, this is what we got, so this is what we're doing.
Yeah, you see the track, the actual air temp is only 74 degrees, but that track temp is warmed up when the sun comes out. It kind of bakes this track a little bit. Makes it really hard to get a hold of, and very slick. So we'll see who can do the best as far as controlling their cars here tonight. It's going to be tough. The other storyline coming in tonight is the points battle. After a big shakeup last week at Talladega, if I can switch over, Nick Alford comes in with a pretty sizable margin over Robert Fitzpatrick and Richie Coy. After both those guys had issues last week at Talladega, he's dropped him almost 30 points behind their leader.
Yeah, it's not. It definitely was not what some of the drivers wanted to see last week, but they still got 2 more races, and there's still a tiny little bit, a thread of meat left on that bone, and they're just gonna have to go after it and try and get it tonight. And maybe hopefully some of them are kind of putting their little voodoo curse on Nick Alford there to try and see if they can get him to kind of slip up a little bit.
Yeah, he's been really consistent this year, Nick Alford. We were looking at his stats, and very, very consistent. That's led to the points lead he has right now. Pretty comfortable, but not quite safe yet. Like you said, we have 2 races to go. Looking at our schedule, Texas tonight and in Kansas next week, and that will round out the season. And we've seen some great racing in Kansas, so looking forward to getting there as well. But we got 167 laps on tap tonight. The stage is at lap 65, and for those interested in the playoff points, I'll show those right quick. That's kind of what it's shaping up to be right now. Kevin Ruff, your first driver without a win tonight. You got Corey Atkins right there on the playoff bubble with Robert Malikian, William Lark, Lane Allen back there as well. Lane looking to have a good run tonight.
Yeah, Lane's been showing some speed tonight. He had a pretty good practice run here as well, and I'm looking at that top 2, 3, and 4. You got Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., Richie Coy, and Brandon Fetterplace. I mean, they are within 6 points. It is basically a race for second, but I know every one of those 3 drivers I just listed, they want that top spot. So it's going to be a pretty good dogfight here with this top 4.
And some surprising names without wins tonight, this so far this season too. Jeff Chandler is one of those. Jamie Knopf, Daniel Simmons. Those guys have been fast the last couple of weeks. I look for those guys to break through pretty quickly here too. So, a lot of fast drivers yet to kind of show their hand here, and maybe tonight's the night.
Yeah, that top 16. I mean, they definitely it's a good field, good group of drivers there, and yeah, like you were saying, Jamie Knopp, Daniel Simmons. These are guys that have been knocking on the door, relentlessly the last couple of weeks, and maybe it's their time. I mean, this is the mile-and-a-half stretch now. We got this, and then we got Kansas, so we should be able to see who's got what here. And maybe they can do a back-to-back even next week.
Yeah, it's just that's another thing, Tony, you were talking about. This is a good place to kind of start up to prepare for next week as well. So likely we'll see the same drivers tonight who are competitive be competitive next week. So it's kind of a warm-up to kind of show us what we're going to see next week in the championship finale.
Yeah, and I know Kansas. Everybody seems to kind of like Kansas a little bit more than Texas too, and yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be spicy. I'm already looking in chat too. We got Doyle Lawrence out there, Aaron Zatcher out there, so I'm sure there's more that'll be joining us a little bit later. But yeah, welcome aboard. Enjoy the race.
Come in, grab a seat, sit down, and enjoy the race with us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they're wrapping up qualifying here. And we might have a new pole sitter here, depending on how things work out. As soon as they are finished up here, we're almost done with qualifying.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking to see. There's a couple more guys. Well, it looks like everybody's got the checkered. Alan Duranko still is yet to qualify.
You know, one thing about this track too is getting to pit road. If we have green flag stops, it is really tough to get to pit road here and get to pit road down the speed and everything coming off that turn 4 because you're at such fast pace. So we'll see tonight if we get green flag stops, how that kind of works out, and who capitalizes on pit road.
Yeah, I'm always one of those guys that always forgets to test out my pit road entry during practice. So hopefully we'll get a few of these guys out there. Maybe they have done the practice. These mile-and-a-halfs, they do sneak up on you kind of quickly, at least. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get some green flags. We had a great run on Wednesday in the truck race. Later on, we went green for half of that race, better than half. So maybe we'll get that again tonight.
All right, the guys are starting to grid. As soon as we kind of see we can grab some of them, we'll start our lineup. And I think we're ready now. So let's do the starting lineup for tonight's running of the Texas 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. On the pole tonight, first pole of his career, the number 18 Jacob Quill will take the pole spot. To the outside pole is going to be the number 19. That's Richie Coy in the Victory Fuel Ford. Starting P3, that is the 34. That is Brandon Fetterplace in his Toyota. To his outside is going to be Ray Lane in the number 95. Starting P5, that's the 09 is J.C. Evans. To his outside, the 48, that is the Jamie Knopf Chevrolet. Starting P7, that is going to be the 3, that's Bob Fitzpatrick. And to his outside, the 92 of Cameron King. Starting P9, that's going to be Brian Messer in the number 51, teammate to King. And starting P10, rounding out your top 10, is going to be Caleb Tipton in the number 65. 69.
And then starting 11th, we have Kyle Milken in the car number 42. To his outside, you'll have TJ Bartell in the number 28 in the 12th spot. Then you have Cameron Elberton in the 13th spot in the car 52. Brian Dixon, car 03, lining up 14th. Lane Allen, car number 14th, lining up 15th to his outside. Then you got Hayden Higginbotham starting 16th in the 29. Colby Meese starting 17th in the 9. Mason Hoffner starting 18th in the 30th. Then you got Ryan Persinger in the 19th spot, car number 39. Kevin Ruff, car spot 20, and car number 99. And then rounding up your 33 car field, we've got Alexander Hodge, Nick Alford, Vince Mitchell, Sherwood Williford, Ray Gill, Robert Malikian, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., Jeff Chandler, Alan Duranko, James Torrey, Wayne Grassi, Michael Blackner, and the 33rd car is Alan Crowell. So, yeah, you got a couple of guys back there starting up in the back of the pack. Some guys didn't queue, so we're going to have a tough night getting through the field here.
30
Or strategy night.
Yep, 33 cars making the call tonight here as the pace car comes around. 2, 3, and 4 is going to peel off, going to open the doors to Jacob Quill, Richie Coy to bring them to the green. They'll enter the restart zone, and we'll get ready to get racing here at Texas. Green flag is out, and we are underway.
Richie Coy looked like he got a kind of a slow start there on the outside, or maybe Brandon Federplate's got a little slow start running second place there. Or in the second line of the inside lane, rather.
Down the back stretch it goes. Still the battle for second. The 34 Federplate's looking to the inside of the 19 of Coy. A lot of these drivers talking about how tough it is to pass here. You definitely do not want to give up spots early. That's just cars you have to try to get back by later on.
Well, we've got quite a bit of distance to that stage, and they probably are going to have to get the gas. So I don't know. It's we'll see how well everybody can stay green, especially too on cold tires.
Down the backstretch for the second time. Top 7, 8 cars, single file.
I'm looking at our leader. He shot out. He's got a 7/10 lead already right now on lap 3. So he's got that car hooked up. Got a great short run, looks like, so far.
And
Trying to find the best camera shot here, too, just because can't seem to get a good wide spread of the field.
Colby Neese off the pace down the backstretch a little bit. He's getting freight trained by Kevin Ruff and TJ Bartel right now to his outside.
Yeah, still looking through some of these guys. Everybody seems kind of no big too wide action going right now. So everybody kind of seem allowed. I'd imagine too they're kind of
Higginbotham with trouble in turn 2. He gets sideways and into the wall. Last week's winner. It looks like he's going to be done for the session. Big hit in turn 2. Gets loose and smacks the wall in turn 2. Caution is out.
Looks like he got a little tight, and car number 30 kind of didn't really give him a little room there. Maybe it helped him around.
Let's look at our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay. Goes into the corner. Oh, he does get hit by, you said the 30. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mason Hoffner is in the 30.
Let's go back and see if we can ride on board with the 30 here. See what he saw here. He just rolls in there into his right rear or left rear quarter panel. Just drives through him. Oh, wow.
Definitely not how you want to start the race, especially on lap 4. But we'll see what. I don't know. The 29's definitely he towed back, so he's probably pretty well damaged. He had a hard hit to that outside wall.
Let's ride on board with Higginbotham. Last week's winner already out of this week's event. Man. Hard hit. Engine gone. Yeah. His night's over. Man, what a hit.
Yeah, that was pretty tough. I definitely wouldn't want to have been in the car for that one.
All right, well, that opens the door. Some of the guys choosing to pit here. Not our leaders, but some of the other guys coming down pit road.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of the strategy involved. Why would you even want to do that? But maybe we're a little top off on gas. I don't remember, and actually I didn't never bother to look to see what the actual fuel mileage is on this.
It's about 70 laps. Yeah, so I
Oh,
guess these guys think
okay.
they can make it here. So definitely interesting strategy. If we go green from here, that could really play into their hand.
I mean, it's definitely too early to take tires, although you never know. Maybe
Cameron
somebody will
King,
take a.
the first one coming off pit road that stopped him, Brian Messer, Lane Allen, Nick Alford, Alan Duranco, all those guys stopped here under this caution. So they, I believe, can make it to the end of this stage now.
Yeah, and I'm looking. Lane Allen definitely took just a top off of gas. Trying to go through. I'm just trying to see who. Let's see what our points leader did here.
Nick Alford, yeah, he's one of the guys that stopped back there too, and he is mired in traffic. That could, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, he did. He got a top off. Yeah, it looks like everybody. Didn't look like really anybody took tires. So just a little splash and go. I guess might as well be a little bit more on the proactive side as far as fuel mileage go. I mean, if with the early caution, it's probably not a bad move. At least it's something you don't have to worry about.
Well, let's see. Where did look and see where's Nick? Where did he qualify? Yeah, he didn't qualify the greatest. I think he started 22nd. So he was back there already. It really wasn't that big of a risk for him. Lane Allen qualified a little bit better than that, but not a big risk for Nick. 17 spots down for Cameron King, so he took a little bit of a risk. But some of these guys were back there anyway. I think it's a good call. I mean, you might as well come down top off, and hopefully make it to the end.
Well, yeah, and some of the guys like to start from the back anyway, just to stay out of issues. Probably not a bad strategy.
Well, pace car is going to peel off. We're going to do this again. Restart number one after our first caution, coming down to the restart zone. Green flag is out, and they are back racing here at Texas.
And the 18 got a great jump like he did the previous restart, and he's starting to set sail already. He's got that car hooked up. Looking back through the field, though, we got a couple guys anxious to go, but they don't want to go. But they're just kind of waiting for the car in front of them.
I can't tell if we had a few touch the wall there off the corner or not, but the checkup coming off too.
Yeah, there was a little bit. It looked like there was a little bit of a hesitation during that restart, so that outside lane kind of got a little choked up there. And I don't know if even 4 laps old tires is going to give you a little bit of a slippiness on your restarts, but it's very possible. Sometimes too, with some worn tires, you don't get maximum traction when you're trying to take off from that restart.
Looking back here, they are still bobbing and weaving for position here. Looking at Kevin Ruff in the into the back of the 42 there on the front stretch, trying to get him to push off into the corner. And oof.
Well, that's the one thing about this track, though, too. I mean, I noticed in the truck race, you got some guys driving the high lane, some guys driving the low lane. There is places to drive around here. I just don't know. I mean, I didn't take any practice laps of this car, but everybody's complaining about how slippery it is out there. So I'd be curious to see how many guys are really going to be moving around too much. They might pick a lane and stay with it.
Oh, we got a race for the lead. The 95 of Ray Lane trying to take the lead from Jacob Quill. Through 1 and 2, he gets to the inside, can't quite hold it down there. He's still side by side though as they head off into 3.
So he's trying to make another move here, going into 3. Man, that outside line looks pretty strong though, but he's right there with him.
Side by side, that's bringing Brandon Fetterplace and Richie Coy into the battle as well as they see this up front, getting closer and closer, trying to capitalize.
Yeah, in the 4 of them. Oh, wow. The 18 just gets a great shot on the outside lane. They're going in 1 and 2, and he completely cleared Ray Lane.
Yeah, I think Lane got a little tight there on the bottom, had to check up. It's going to give Quill the lead back.
They almost got kind of a 4-car breakaway. You got J.C. Evans sitting in 5th there, just trying to catch up to that 4-car pack. But it's really 2. You got a 2-car pack, a small 2-car pack, and then a 3-car pack. That's your top 7 right now. they have kind of checked off from the field with Kyle Milligan sitting in 8th right now. So
looking at this battle for about 10th on back. 10th is TJ Bartell, but behind him you got side-by-side Kevin Ruff, Colby Meese, and then behind him Vince Mitchell and Cameron Albertson in that number 52.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on that part of the track right now too. You got a lot of two-wide action happening, and it continues to go back even into the 17th to 20th.
See
Everybody's just trying to find their spot.
See who is that? 96 kind of moving around. Vince Mitchell moving around a little bit. His car's a little unstable right now, but he is moving forward.
I can see just so many cars right now. They're wheeling these things. You could tell that they're not handling probably as good as these guys want them to. 'Cause, yeah, there's a lot of movement, and I've seen a couple of guys clip that apron a little bit. That is a dangerous thing to do right now.
Kevin Ruff making that outside work. He's going to get around TJ Bartels ahead into turn 3. Or is he? Looks like he will clear, so he'll take that position.
Well, yeah, like I say, in the truck race, you had 2 lanes, and that outside lane was pretty strong, especially if you needed to make a pass or whatnot. You do got to worry about your tires. I mean, we talk about it every week, and everybody's got to save. And this place is absolutely no different. And I know that outside lane can chew up those tires a little bit more than the inside, but
well, here comes TJ back on the outside.
Yeah, he was like, monkey see, monkey do. I'm going to try it now myself.
You got to be careful of that bump there through 3 and 4. Everybody talking about how you get one lane out of the groove up high. That bump can upset the car.
Yeah, I mean, tapping the wall coming out of 4 is very easy to do around here. So you got to be careful.
Kevin touching the apron there. Great battle back here for, what is this, for 10th spot? For 9th spot, actually, these 3 cars.
Yeah, TJ goes back down low, and it looks like he's going to clear him right now.
We missed it, but we got a lead change. Ray Lane has taken the lead from Jacob Quill.
Man, yeah. And he's starting to pull away on that on 2nd through 4th right now.
See if I can pull it up on replay here. The Best One Tire and Auto Care Instant Replay gets to the inside of Jacob. Off of turn 4 down the front stretch. Into turn 1. Let's see how it happens. Ooh, looks like, actually, no, that wasn't the pass. That's when he...
I don't know what happened to him now because the 18 and the 34 are catching him again.
Here's the pass for the lead. Coming off turn 2, he gets a great run. Looks to the inside of Jacob, and looks like he makes this one stick as they go into 3 and 4. He does. And Jacob pretty much just lets him have that one. And, well, he set sail after that, though, hadn't he?
He did, and he's still got a decent little gap right now, but he is not shaking them up.
Yeah. Now here comes
catching him.
Here comes Fetterplace looking underneath Jacob. So Jacob, looks like his handling may have gone away a little bit here.
Well, he shot out like a cannon those first 2 restarts, pretty good, and I don't know if he was really pushing the issue. And again, we talk about tires, and now is the time. You see Richie Coy kind of catch the apron there a little bit. Wow, it looked like he had to save that. He did lose a little time to those guys, though. Yeah, 3rd place is 2nd, made a good pass, got on the inside, and we're gonna have to kind of pay attention to the 18. I mean, after his, like I say, shooting out there and getting that lead early on, he might have burned up his stuff a little early here.
Yeah, Fetterplace is 2nd now. He's trying to chase down the leader, Ray Lane. And Fetterplace looks like he's got a really good car once his tires kind of come up to 10.
Yeah, he's definitely slowly reeling him in. So we'll see whether he tries to go on the high side or low side. He is going to get there, though.
And you see the entry into turn 1. You can enter that corner so many different ways, run different lanes, just because of how wide it is. And I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the reconfiguration, but it does open up opportunities to do something a little bit different into turn 1. As you see the battle for the lead, here comes Fetterplace. Just like Lane did to Quill, Fetterplace will take the lead, and Quill's going to try to take advantage of that as well.
Man. Yeah, and if you look at Fetterplace, he takes off. He's got that clean air right now, and you could just see that lead car, they just get, it seems like they get a little bit of boost just being out there up front. Kind of going back through the field here too. Just there's a lot of fun action happening right now. And you know, a guy we talked about earlier on, Jamie Knopp, running 6th right now, slowly reeling in that top 5 pack. J.C. Evans running 5th right now, kind of on Richie Coy's bumper right now. So
yeah, Evans is extremely fast right now. He's going to look to the inside of Richie Coy again in turn 1. Look to the inside in 3, but nothing was there. But now inside of turn 1, can't quite hold it down. No, he's going to have to slide back in behind.
I mean, he's been a solid top 5 car, but he wasn't really close to the leaders until now. He's really gotten there, but I hate to say it, he's got Jamie breathing down his neck right now, and Jamie's looking fast like he normally does every week in, week out. So he's coming.
Got on board the number 48 of Jamie Knopf, looking at the leaders up here. You all see them all in front of us here, and actually Brandon Fetterplace takes over the lead. Or was he already in the lead?
I think he was still he still had the lead pretty strong there. There's a lot of action going on, so I'm sort of confused myself in a way.
Oh, we got Kobe Meese around. Caution is out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and see what happened.
Michael Blackner, was he involved? Look, he was involved. Mason Hoffner involved for the 2nd caution in a row.
Let's go back. The 96 maybe tapped the apron a little bit and kind of got into Colby there, or maybe Colby got tight at the same time.
Let's go back and see what happened with our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay. Oh, it's already going on. Oh my goodness. ARCA brakes.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys there, and I almost wondered
how many cars can we hit. Wow.
Well, I don't think the caution actually got thrown right away because nobody was really sideways. So, I mean, as much as I'd love to have the guys brake, they're not going to start braking until that yellow actually gets thrown. So definitely something to look at later on.
Contact between the 9 and who was that?
The 96 was the initial contact, and then the 30 kind of had really nowhere to go. Kind of finished off Colby. Colby definitely looks like he's done for the night.
Coming out of turn 2 here, looks like Colby gets loose. He's still getting loose, and the 96 into him. And then the 96 shoots across the track. But the guy I want to watch coming through here like an arrow without feathers, I believe it's the 30.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I don't know if the yellow was out there, but he didn't really have many options.
Man. Right into the door. Kobe got a little air there. All right, let's see if we can go back and look at the '69 getting loose all over the place. And then, man, into the door. And that was the driver's side door too.
Yes, well, fortunately, we are virtual racers, but yeah, definitely this is really everybody be cringing on that.
Yeah, I guess everybody's speeding through there, aren't they? Man.
Tough, but yeah, looks like we're 2 by 2 again, getting ready to go. Almost halfway to the stage here, so, and everybody looked like they did take some tires, so we should have new meat on the tire bone.
So everybody came in, took pit stops, got the fuel they need, gonna make it to the end now. Unfortunately, those guys that stopped early didn't pan out for them. Although I think some of those guys may have taken like 2 tires or no tires, because I see some of them, Nick Alford up to 12th. Who's some other guys that came in?
It looked like the entire field came in. I mean, Jeff Chandler came in. He's
Right,
kind
but
of in the top 10 now.
What I'm saying is I think some of those guys that came in may have just topped off on fuel instead of taking tires that came in before. Although I don't know if you want to do that. That's kind of a long run. I don't know if that was the case or not. It may not have been the call, but either way, the pace car's going to pull off. We're going to go back green flag racing here at Texas after our second caution of the night. Coming down to the restart zone. Brandon Fetterplace leads them down. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again here at Texas.
Well, I went back and looked, and Nick Elford and Jeff Chandler, a lot of those guys, they all took 4.
Well, we got a scrum of cars back here.
Almost 3 wide there for a second. Better place out like a light, though. He really got a great restart and really kind of took control of that battle. And then we got a 2-wide battle for second right now.
Oh, it gets tight down there. Ray Lane, Jacob Quill. Boy, I think they may have touched right there in the middle of 1 and 2.
They might not be done touching. Guys probably wanted a little bit of that.
They're into each other again, and we got a car. Kyle Milliken through the grass on the front stretch. Ooh. Oh, he saves it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it looks like he was able to get through that and kind of get back out of the track without any fuss or muss. That's some cold tires, though, for you. Wow.
Right, Ray Lane's able to take over second place from Jacob Quill while that was happening.
And Jamie Knopf did get by Richie Coy there, so Jamie's up in 4th, Richie down to 5th right now.
Our biggest mover right now is the 31, Jeff Chandler. Jeff's up 20 positions in 8th. Just getting passed right now from J.C. Evans, but he's up 20 positions and finds himself in a stage port position right now.
Yeah, he definitely had a great pit stop and was able to work into the top 10, and here he is, still sitting in the top 10. So he's just got to keep it up. He's got a teammate right behind him, so 2 of them are looking pretty sharp today. The one guy I was looking at, Daniel Simmons, but then I'm realizing that he's not even in this race tonight. I wonder if he's on a vacation or something.
Could be.
Sipping margaritas for Cinco de Mayo. Who knows? Because I'm looking at his teammate right now, working, up in 4th right now, starting to catch that 3rd place car, and I'm wondering where's the dynamic duo of the Tracy Motorsport team.
We got a battle for second once again. Ray Lane trying to get by Jacob Quill or trying to hang on to it. Jacob looking on the outside. And that's battle for the lead.
That's for the lead. Yeah.
Ray Lane trying to get to the outside.
Make sure I was live.
Of Brandon Fetterplace. So he's trying to take over the lead around the outside line. Ray Lane has a really good car. Fetterplace trying to hang on to it, trying to hang on that quarter panel. He's going to do so as they head down the backstretch.
And Ray was kind of holding him pretty low down the 1 and 2 there, and Brandon just kind of held that line, and he's right there. All it's doing though, it's bringing that the 3, 4, and 5 right to their bumpers.
Still side by side for this top spot. You want that clean air.
In theory, do they both have it now? Because they're, unfortunately though, they're not making any headway on the other.
You have clean air, but you can't use the whole track. That's the problem, and that'll kind of choke you up a little bit as well. Boy, Brandon's trying to hang, but Ray Lane's inching ahead, and he's going to take it. So he takes the top spot. Ray Lane to the front.
Yeah, the outside line, you just get more momentum, and you get that car wound up, and you can make that corner just a little bit better. And you're not so worried about hitting that apron when you're on the outside. So who's able to make that work, and let's see what he can do. We kind of saw him fizzle out a little bit, which makes me wonder, if we're gonna see maybe some of these other drivers. I mean, we got a good solid top 6 pack right now of the top 6 drivers. They got a good, hell, it looks like almost a good second over 7th place right now.
Looks like Jacob Quill has plans of trying to do the same thing Ray Lane did around the outside.
Yeah, he's slowly working his way up. Brandon might have to defend a little bit if he wants to kind of keep that spot, but he's kind of slowing down himself though. And Ray Lane is definitely driving away. Clean air is king around here. And Jacob gets that spot. Not 100% clear yet, but he was second place that last lap.
Looking at our chat, Josh Mayhew out there. Welcome, Josh. Hayden's joined the chat after being taken out early there.
Yeah, that sucks for Hayden too. First place 1 week, last place the next. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's all right. You didn't get hurt. Think of it that way.
All right, now here comes the 48. You've been talking about him all night. He's looking to the outside of the 34 Feder Place. Feder Place, he continues to drop back on that inside lane. I wonder if they made an adjustment and it didn't go to plan here, because the 48 is going to look to the outside and try to take that position just like the 2 before him have done.
Well, you almost wonder too. I mean, with the new tires, he got out there. He had a pretty good commanding lead for 3 laps, and then he just kind of faded away. Maybe he's slowly laying back, just to maybe make a better run here with another. What do we got? 24 more laps to go before stage. So there still is a bit of laps left to go. So I mean, probably not a bad idea to save a little bit. I mean, we did see what happened with Ray Lane and Jacob Quill in that first half of the first 20 laps or so. So yeah, there might be something there.
The 34 relinquishes that position, but tried to slide up behind the 48 to prevent the 19 from doing the same thing.
Yeah, and the 2 of them have kind of a fun little battle history. Not a bad thing, but they like to be a little competitive with each other, smack each other around a little bit.
Friendly rivalry.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, the 34 gets tied off the corner. Here comes the 19 looking to the inside.
I just kind of went back through the field a little bit too. We got Nick Alford trying to get past Caleb Tipton right now. It looks like he's gonna clear him, working his way up into the top 10. So our points leader, he is slowly working his way through the field here.
Methodically. Trying to get a solid finish, and that's kind of what has given him the point lead so far.
Yep, well, slow and steady.
Ray Lane continues to lead these, 7 cars? Or 6 cars. They've kind of broken away from everybody else. Kevin Ruff in P6. We haven't mentioned much about him, but he's been quick. Up 14 spots. Oh, we got a wreck back here behind us. That is Caleb Tipton in the inside wall. We stay green. Contact from another car put Caleb to the inside there.
Wow. Yeah, we were just talking about him. He just got passed by Nick Alford there, and I have to go back and actually see what happened. He was looking a little loose and got down on the track. Trying to see who kind of got into him.
We're looking at our Best One Tire and Auto Care Instant Replay. The Nick Alford machine is underneath him. We'll see what happens coming out of turn 2 here. That wasn't that lap.
No, it looked like maybe Cameron King. Cameron King was on his inside, and like I say, I don't know. Caleb just got a little loose, maybe, and kind of brought him down the track. And fortunately, Cameron King was right there and kind of helped Caleb around a little bit.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got just blinking a little bit. All right, let's see what happens coming out the corner. It wasn't that lap either. Let's see, this should be it right here. Caleb Tipton gets loose. Yeah, right in front of Cameron King. Cameron nowhere to go. Caleb into the inside wall.
And as I'm saying that, you might want to go back up and check the leader. The 18 is making a pass on Ray Lane, and he has made the pass. And now Brandon Fetterplace, who we were just talking about, maybe he was saving some stuff. He's back up in a second, going past Ray Lane. Definitely there is a bit of a curse. I mean, it's a curse and a blessing, because it seems like when you get out front, you get this great, you know, you get all the air on your hood, and you know, that clean air is wonderful, but then it only lasts for a little while.
I'm just interested to see the 34 lay back as much as he did, and now all of a sudden he finds himself in second.
I know. Well, like I say, I almost wonder if he did it purposely to maybe kind of save a little bit. I mean, we only have what, not even 16 laps to go before our stage, so I mean, there still is a little bit of racing to go. Richie Coy now working under Jamie now. Jimmy Knopf. That's how you say it. I always say it wrong. So he gets in there. Let's see if Richie's got something for this top four.
And I'll tell you what, Jeff Chandler's run this group down too. He's now part of this group. You see the 19 get loose off 4 there.
Yeah, but he hit the apron a little bit.
But yeah, the 31 has caught this group and in a hurry.
He did, yeah. He was kind of laying back there. We were talking about that. You know, we had a top 6. Yeah.
Jamie
we had the top 6
loose there.
Yeah, and you can almost wonder, what these cars are going through. Again, I didn't practice everything, but according to everybody and their slippiness that they've been talking about, and let's see, they're about 25 laps on these tires now. So, you know, I can imagine that you know, tires are starting to wear.
Oh, we have a lead change. Brandon Fetterplace back to the front.
And it looks like he got that done on the inside as well. So he's definitely he's kind of playing chess out there, it sounds like.
Here's the pass for the lead off turn 2. He gets to the inside. Jacob Quill maybe touched the wall a little bit off 2. That opens the door for the 34 Fetterplace through 3 and 4. Easy pass back to the lead.
I'm kind of just going back through the field here. Just trying to see what we got. I mean, we've got 9th and 10th, or 8th and 9th, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. and Nick Alford. They're both kind of working their way in to kind of find this top pack party here.
Brian Messer and Nick Alford. Brian Messer and J.C. Evans battle for 10th spot back here, the last stage point.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the points lead. I mean, we got all the points leaders right now in the top 10. Solidly in the top 10 right now.
There's a reason why they are in the points.
That's right.
Lane Allen. I thought he was falling to the field. Sorry, he's battling Alexander Hodge there. That car flashing behind him there.
Yeah, that is Cameron Coon. He's definitely got a little bit of flash going on. And right behind him too, you've got Alan DeRocco running 17th, and we've seen Alan kind of show his hand lately in the last few races. So maybe we'll see him towards the end of this in the mix.
He's been quiet so far. But he is currently 18th. No, I'm sorry, Robert Leakey. He's 17th.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going back to just trying to see is there any else moving and shakers, but everybody's pretty much got a little bit of space between them, and single file, they're all, I don't know if they're struggling or just trying to hang in there.
Nurse it to the stage. We got 10 laps to the, well, 11 laps technically, but to the end of the stage here. Jacob Quill kind of hanging with Brandon Fetterplace right now. Those two kind of breaking away from the rest of the pack here. Jacob Quill trying to hang on to third. Richie Coy right behind him.
Yeah, and our top two, they've got a good second over third and fourth, so or that second pack there. So yeah, they've definitely got their cars set up and hooked up pretty good right now.
And Jeff Chandler has been able to get around Jamie Knopf. Here comes Bob Fitzpatrick as well. We haven't mentioned his name, but here he comes.
And he's got Nick Alford and Brian Messer right behind him. So that area has gotten a lot of action right now. And it looks like T.J. Bartel wants to get kind of in this mix as well. Hey, these are stage points right here. So everybody, they're fighting. Interesting turn of events. I'll tell you, there's a lot of movers and shakers right now. I wasn't expecting to see this much discrepancy. But going back out the lead, I mean, our two leaders, they've got a 1.2 gap, 1.6 or 1.6, 1.7 gap over second or third and fourth right now. So
yeah, it's up to 2 seconds.
they are
now,
checked out. Wow.
Yeah. Interesting thing. I wonder if Jacob's got anything for the 34. I know he's trying to run some different lines and hang, but that dirty air is a big detriment right now.
It's pretty surprising how that dirty air really can affect him. We've seen it with the amount of lead changes, and Brandon's just out there and he's just cutting good laps, and he's looking pretty smooth out there too. I haven't really seen him wiggling around or getting too out of shape. So
we saw our points leader rubbing up against the 48 there. He got a little tight through 1 and 2. I was watching it. He got a little tight through 1 and 2, run up into the side of the 48 to back off.
Well, Nick definitely just needs to have a good, clean night tonight. He's got a good, solid points. Just get a good finish out of this. And, do not ruffle the feathers. Do not ruffle your points, I guess. Just kind of looking still, they're still side by side. Nick Elford and Jimmy come out.
Yeah, I'm watching this battle for sure. The 98 trying to make that inside work. The 48 hanging tough on the outside there.
Brian Messer looks like he's got a place to go, but he is letting them, he's doing a respectable thing and just kind of let them duke it out right now. Man, going up front, though, that top two there continue to extend their lead, especially Brandon third place, continuing to he's pulling on Jacob Quill right now, and he has got a hooked up car.
51 trying to get by now. The 48, Nick Alford, the 98 was able to get by. Messer trying to make that pass on the inside now. Well, I say that, it looks like there's something going on up here. The 31, Jeff Chandler, really high.
I don't know if he's got him in shape, but Robert Fitzpatrick gets by him.
Still battling back here. This is for 9th and 10th.
They're fighting for that stage point for sure.
3 laps to go to the end of the stage. So they are fighting tooth and nail trying to get those points. See Nick Alford blinking once again there.
Yeah, he was blinking a little bit too on pit road. So, hopefully his connection stays strong. I mean, that would be a very, very bad way to lose points. Just kind of going back to the field again, just kind of looking at everybody, still pretty well spread out. We got a little bit of action in the 20s right now with Wayne Grassi, Sherwood Williford, Cameron Albertson, and James Torrey. Ray Gill's in that, Ryan Persinger. We got 3 wide action going on right now. They're able to get by the 30. Sherwood Williford and Wayne Grassi was able to get by the 39.
This is still a great battle shaping up here for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Now, the 48's been able to make that outside work. Coming to the outside of Nick Alford.
Well, he knows just to get that extra stage point. I'm sure everybody's rooting for Jamie right now. Our 3, 4th, and 5th in points, or second, third, and fourth in points. They're rooting for Jamie to kind of steal that point from Nick.
It's hanging tough. We come to one more lap to the stage finish.
They were side by side at the stripe there. Well, they were side by side, but Jamie almost had him there.
Jamie holding tough there. Nick Alford into the side of the 58. Oh my goodness, 4 wide. Down the backstretch. This is for the last stage point.
Wow. Brian Messer took advantage of that and was able to kind of clear him.
Here comes the 48. He's going to have a run off the corner, so I think the 48 may get it here. Oh, it's photo finish. Wow. Who knows? Anyway, we had to show you that battle because that's, and he did. Looks like he did beat Nick Alford across the line. maybe.
I'm showing Nick. I'm
No,
showing
maybe
Nick
Nick got
actually
it.
won that battle.
Yeah, Nick got it barely.
Visually, they were nose to nose. Yeah, it's showing 0.02 of a second.
Well, unfortunately, wasn't exciting up front. Brandon Fetterplace takes the stage win here at Texas. Jacob Quill second, Ray Lane third, Richie Coy fourth, Bob Fitzpatrick fifth. Coy got some of those important points on Nick Alford, who finished ninth in the stage. So looking to gain some points there.
Yeah, it's a little gain, but he needs a little bit more than that, unfortunately. Those guys still got a little tough hill battle to climb there, or an uphill battle. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying sometimes.
Fetterplace gained the most points though, and he's fourth in points, battling for second and trying to make up time as well. So had a good run there too.
And he's been slowly, he's been kind of sitting in that fourth place position as far as points go, and he's been just hanging in there, and the way his car looks tonight, he really has a chance to surpass and maybe even working his way into the second spot tonight.
All right, they all hit pit road. They're going to get tires and fuel. Stage is over. Now we race to the end, lap 167. We'll see who comes out on top here off of pit road.
Yep, everybody gets 3 stalls in, 3 stalls out, and get their gas, get their tires, and rack them and stack them.
Get some tires and fuel. Speaking of fuel, good time to remind you. Go to drinkvictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off your order there for some great stuff, some Victory fuel. They got the Throttle Punch, Lucky Lemon, and the Purple Potion. You'll want to try all that. A lot of great stuff there. I don't know. We're happy to have them as a sponsor. Coming back for Season B as well, the Cup Series. Great company to work with, and a great product. Really, really good stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. At some point, I got to give me that Lucky Lemon, because I heard it's a favorite amongst a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so the other two flavors are very good, but yeah, I can imagine what the lemon's got to taste like.
Maybe you like lemon.
Well, the grape and the Throttle Punch was so different than what you normally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different, but it's good different. I can almost imagine what that lemon's got to be like.
Yeah,
maybe kind of like a hand squeezed lemonade, or I don't know. Well, I say, I got to get some.
And I can't wait to see what they come up with next. There's been rumors about them maybe coming out with a fourth flavor soon. Could be something blue. That'd be great. Do blue raspberry. That'd be awesome. I mean, there's so many options. I mean, orange, but I don't know. Orange is just a weird flavor and color.
Well, I don't know. I've always been a fan of orange, but yeah, orange would be good.
Yeah, me too. But orange is never really orange, if you know what I mean.
Well,
the fruit
right,
orange.
Yes. Right, yes. It's not orange juice.
So you could do something like citrus maybe or something. Or pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Pineapple would be pretty good.
Anyway.
I had a grapefruit beer the other day. The grapefruit beer, that'd be bad option.
Well, just like I said, I got 3 flavors. We'll see what they come up with next. DrinkVictory.com, code FTSR. We get you 10% off your order. Helps us, help you, helps support them. So we look forward to having them on for next season. Well, pace car lights are off. We're going to go back racing here again. Racing to lap 167. At least one pit stop between now and the end of the race. And we'll see who's got what. And right now, Brandon Fetterplace sitting in a good spot. He's going to lead them to green here. Jacob Quill, Ray Lane, Richie Coy, Bob Fitzpatrick, your top 5 as the pace car pulls off, coming down to the restart zone. We're going to get this back underway here at Texas. Texas 250 is green once again, and we are racing.
Yeah, and I mean, based on that second half of the little race we just had going on there, I mean, everybody kind of strung out. And they were kind of just managing their stuff. Everybody's very, very strung out and spread out as well. So I have a feeling we might stay green for the rest of this race. If everybody could just keep the next 5-10 laps, kind of solid, we might be all right.
Ball off turn 2. Alan DeMarco hit the wall, kind of scrubbed the wall. scrubbed a lot of speed off, falling back a little bit, but he keeps going.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a little bit of checkup on that restart, but yeah, they did get a little bungled up there.
The front 10 or so have kind of single filed out, settling in for a long run.
That's kind of what you want to do right now. This is the time to kind of save your stuff and anticipate kind of a long run like you just had. So, you know, they've got to try and get a good 50 laps on these tires. That is if we do stay green. They will have the fuel for it. So that's kind of, if I was in the driver's spot, that's what I got to be thinking. I got to make this car and these tires last me 50 laps before I can pit.
Well, it's a Hornet's Nest back here. The 09, I guess, had a bad stop and found himself back there in the Hornet's Nest. Alan Duranco back here, Alexander Hodge, James Torrey. These guys having a rough go of it.
Well, I still think it's pretty slippery out there for most of these guys. So they're you know, especially too on the new tires. I think some of these guys may be tiptoeing around here a little bit, just trying to find the groove, waiting for the tires to get up to temp so they can get around here pretty clean.
Battle right here for about 12th on back. No, goes farther than that. They're side by side for 10th, actually.
I know. Yeah, I turned over. I'm watching this too. Yeah, this is starting to get pretty spicy over here. But again, you know, do you want to get this spicy? You got to let these tires got to last. You don't want to be the caution. You definitely don't want to be in the caution. You just want to get that pit stop.
51 a Messer on the inside of Dixon in the 09. Or 03, sorry. Now, actually, he's on the inside of Ray Gill in the 21.
Yeah, and he had a pretty quick car towards the end there. We saw right before the stage. So he's got his car kind of set up pretty well. Nick Elfer, though, on the inside of Jeff Chandler right now, fighting for, it looks like they're fighting for the 6th spot right now. They've been running side by side for the last lap here. Nick on the inside, and Jeff trying to hang on to that outside lane. Not on the bumper at Cabin, though, so...
Yeah, Cavin's kind of right there in front of Alfred on the inside. Dumping that dirty air on the car on the inside. Here comes Chandler to the outside of Nick Alfred. Yeah, I'm sorry, he's still beside Nick Alfred. Actually dropping back behind Alfred now, side by side with Jamie Knopf. Yeah,
Brian Dixon running on the outside as well. Some of these guys, I mean, you could definitely make that outside line work. We've seen the momentum that outside line just carried. Nick Alfred kind of disappeared for a second.
Yeah, he's having connection issues for sure.
And that would be, hopefully he stays in the internet connection realm, because that would be a bad way to lose a lot.
Jeff Chandler all over the back bumper of the 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick down the backstretch. Trying to go forward here. Bob, infamous for saving tires, I'm sure is trying to take care of his stuff at this point, but just putting all kind of pressure on the back of him.
Well, Jeff's kind of infamous for saving his stuff as well, and I'm kind of surprised he is he's pushing the issue right now. But I guess he sees, you know, 1 through 4 right now. They're not even in my screenshot, and I'm panned back pretty far. So
yeah, they've checked out.
He's got to move.
They definitely have checked out, which is really interesting.
Ray Lane looks like he's getting ready to make a move here on Brandon Fetter Place. They're gonna mix up this first second again. Looks like we're gonna see this. It's like I've already seen this story before. Rain takes a good dive into 1. He's got that outside momentum.
To the outside of Fetter Place to take the lead.
Almost clear. Ray looked like he got a little loose there, but he was able to clear him.
He takes it. So Ray Lane out front once again. That number 95 looking strong. Chevy to the lead. Toyota second, Toyota third, Ford fourth.
Jeff Chandler leading that big pack in 5th. It's a big pack. I ain't gonna lie to you. They are all bunched up in there too. So, Jamie Knopf looked like he Jimmy Knopf. I'm sorry. Looked like he kicked the ball there a little bit.
We got close racing here. Cabin Ruff laying on the side of Ray Gill.
Yeah.
for 10th spot.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah. I mean, these guys are racing pretty cleanly, but I can see with the car just having a little bit of ill handling and dare I say the Etco that we do with them, and you just want to be careful out there. But they're looking sharp.
So far, so good. We've seen some really rough, really tough racing, really strong runs being generated, and those guys doing a good job of racing really close and at times making contact, but making it work.
Yeah, and it's exactly. Yeah, and this is definitely a little bit more spicier than what we've seen so far, and they really haven't gotten to that spread apart yet.
Cameron King battling Wayne Grossi for 13th here.
I'm kind of going back to see if Jeff Chandler is starting to catch Richie Coy right now in 4th, and he's slowly. I gotta wait for the time stamp. See what he's doing. He is slowly losing time to that lead four.
That's gonna be hard to overcome this for with ever a second lead, now.
They're almost 2.25 seconds ahead of Jeff Chandler. So, yeah, they've got quite a bit. Richie Coy gets a little loose on the inside there. He's been flirting with that apron and making good saves to kind of keep it straight. But man.
Yeah, over 2 seconds back to 5th place. We'll see if those a long run in those saving tires back there is going to work out, because they are. I mean, they're 2 seconds back of Richie Coy, who's last in this 4-car breakaway.
Yeah, and I keep watching old Brian Dixon. I was going to say I thought Brian Dixon got by Jeff Chandler, but he did not. But yeah, Jeff is still slowly kind of losing a little bit of time to Richie Coy. And then feedback.
Back here for 22nd, though. It's hot and heavy. This is, again, man, hornet's nest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a gaggle of cars that are going on right there. And we got a couple of good guys in there. Michael Blackner, Kyle Milliken. I believe Caleb Tipton's back there, too, in that group, trying to move forward from that earlier spin. Kind of.
You got Ryan Persinger, Cameron Albertson, Alan Duranco, all these guys back here in this group.
Yeah, they're definitely looks like they're having some fun out there racing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I'd want to be out there, but
Sherwood Williford goes for a slide.
That, yeah.
A slide off the ring. I ain't caught it, but man.
I had to go back out front to see what our leaders are doing, and it's nothing's really changed. Although it looks like Richie Coy and the 18 of Jacob Quill, they are reeling in our top 2 right now. Although Brandon Fetterplace did get by Ray Lane again, so Brandon's back out in front.
Yep, Brandon Fetterplace leads. Ray Lane falling back into the clutches of Quill and Richie Coy. And
while all that was going on, Jeff Chandler has gained 0.4 seconds on that group. So Jeff Chandler is starting to move. I'm waiting to see his next lap. But yep, he gained another 1/10 second that lap. So I don't know if it was just them up front fiddle farting and allowing Jeff to kind of get up there. But
did you see what was that? Ray Lane really loose off turn 2. Lets both those guys go.
I missed that, but yeah, yeah.
Oh, we got a wreck on the backstretch. Wayne Grossi involved. Ryan Persinger. Caution is out.
Huh. Interesting. We were just talking about those guys.
Let's see what our caution as far as our best one tire and auto care instant replay. Ooh, looks like the 09 into the 7. Is that that is the 09, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, J.C. Evans.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That's kind of surprising. I wonder if J.C. kind of got just a little tight there. I know Wayne. It looked like Wayne did get a little loose and maybe slowed him up a bit, but definitely wasn't in J.C.'s way though.
Let's see if Wayne lifted here. No,
he got loose.
I think he did. Let's back it up a little bit. It'll tell the story. Listen to the throttle. He definitely got loose and had to choke up, and I think maybe the '09 didn't realize that. He was going to slot in behind him and didn't realize he was as slow as he was.
Yeah.
So run him over at the '09 and see what he saw.
Yeah, when you're committed.
Ooh, I don't know. He just drove into the quarter panel there, though. Let's see. Yeah, I think he just misjudged and drove right into the quarter panel with a 7 there. Well, it's going to bring all these guys back to pit road, I believe. It did.
Yeah, it looked like everybody went in and got the tires. I don't think they're in range for a green flag, though. They're probably still going to have to pit one more time.
So Ray Lane and Jamie Knopf came out in front of Brendan Fetterplace. If you want to look and see if they maybe took fuel only or maybe some 2 tires. It wouldn't surprise me to see the 48 take 2 tires. He's been known to do that.
That is a Jamie thing to do for sure. And from what I'm looking at, I can't confirm. He did take 2 tires.
All right, so look for that track position. That all-important clean air up front.
Ray Lane as well took 2 tires.
All right, so there you go. Front 2 takes 2 tires. Working lap 91 now of 167, well past halfway.
I don't know. I'm going to say that's probably not a good strategy. But I guess we'll have to see how this plays out.
We're going to get the green with about 75 laps to go. Again, these guys can go about 70 laps on fuel. That's, or no, I'm sorry, 60 laps on fuel.
Yeah, so they're definitely going to have to pit. I'm just kind of worried about the tire situation because, if we do stay green, which everybody seems to be pretty good, I don't know. I don't know if that 2-tire stop is going to be a winning strategy here. Maybe not this early. If there's a caution soon, it might help them out a little bit, but I don't know. Long term, I don't see it working out for them.
Yeah, unless they were trying to save a set of tires, but if they took 2 tires, they're still burning a set of tires. So,
right.
I don't know. Yeah. You can't put lefts on the rights.
Nope.
And there's been people that try that. NASCAR kind of frowns upon that because.
Well, if you ever try to do it with your shoes, you just know it's not a good way.
Well, there you go. Pace car's off. We're getting ready for a restart here after our 5th caution of the night. The leader's going to bring them down. Ray Lane takes off. Jamie Knopf in 2nd. Fetterplace, Quill, and Coy. We are green.
Yeah, Ray got a great jump out there, and everybody's kind of, we got a little bit of single file, but a lot of spiciness going on in this top 10. Jeff Chandler finally working his way into the top 5 here, trying to get by Richie Coy on his outside.
It's going to be interesting to see how these 2 tires react, too, on the track, because it's already kind of slippery out there. This could make it really tough for some of these guys.
Well, and they had actually a pretty good amount of wear already on those tires. I mean, they already had a good 20 laps on the left side. So, like I say, I don't know. I don't know if that would have been the right strategy or not. But these guys have surprised me before, so I'm looking to be surprised again, I guess.
But we know the 48 is a gambling man.
He is. He does like that 2-tire strategy. Probably the only one I've ever really been able to see that actually make that work. And we'll see if this works.
He holds off Brandon Fetterplace right now for P2. Ray Lane's getting away, though.
Yeah, well, it's that clean air, too. And I have a feeling, though, we're going to see Fetterplace kind of work his way through the field, maybe save a little bit. And I'll tell you, the one guy that's really working his way through the field is Nick Elford. He is on the bumper of Richie Coy right now, and I know Richie does not want to see him right behind him. But he's there.
We saw Ray Gill smack the wall off turn 2. Keeps it going.
Just kind of going back, everybody's single file. We got Michael Blackner right now, and it looks like Caleb Tipton there. 2 wide. Brian Dixon, and who is the other? Is that Hodge, that is Aaron Crowell. They were running too wide, but everybody else is pretty much single file.
Ray Lane continued to lead here. Jamie Knopf second, Fetter Place in third, Jacob Quill fourth, Richie Coy fifth, Nick Alford back there in sixth, Jeff Chandler seventh, Bob Fitzpatrick in eighth. And our first battle for position is Cameron King trying to get on the inside of the 28 of TJ Bartel.
Yeah, looks like he's going to clear that. Looks like TJ probably wants to get down a little bit. Looks like he's going to get in front of Ray Gill there. But, you know, like I said last round, you want to save. Save. Try to be there towards the end.
Ooh, we get... Who is that in the wall?
Looks like Jeff Chandler just barely tapped the wall on the board. Brandon Fetterplace starting to work on that top two right now. He is slowly reeling in Jamie Knopf right now. Knopf.
Gesundheit.
I know. I'll eventually figure it out. So. Or maybe I won't at all. So it could go either way.
And both those guys are kind of running down our leader, Ray Lane.
Yeah, Jamie still looks like he's got some decent speed, even though he's got Brandon on his tail right there. But yeah, he's definitely catching Ray, for sure. Although Jamie was kind of stuck behind a big pack earlier on, so he might have not have, he wasn't kind of in that lead mix like Ray Lane was. So Jamie's left sides might be a little bit better off than Ray's were.
Switching this battle back here. Nick Alford flashing once again in front of this pack.
Yeah, he was right on Richie's bumper earlier, but I don't know. He kind of lost that. Maybe he's just trying to save a little bit because he's got about half a second to Richie now in fifth. And it's like that same thing. We got the top five kind of breaking away, and then the rest of them.
Well, we got a mess. Oh, we got a corner wall back here. His backpack. I think it was Persinger that hit the wall there off the corner. Stacked everybody up. Alexander Hodge, Cameron Albertson, all these guys battling for position back here.
Yeah, they were 3 wide for a second. All kinds of spicy action going on back here. A lot of 2 wide. I'm looking at Kyle Milliker right now, trying to make his way on the outside of his teammates.
Trying to rebound from that early trip through the grass.
Yeah.
Had to be
Apparently he's not damaged.
Had to be a rough ride though with these next-gen cars and rub blocks. So, and when you hit hard.
Well, I mean, we're almost at the 2/3 mark of the race, and I can tell you, it's been a lot cleaner than what we saw yesterday. So
we missed the lean change again.
Oh wow!
Jamie Knopf to the front. Let's see how that was done here. Coming off turn 2 once again. Jamie gets a good run, drafts up to him, looks in the inside, heading into turn 3 and 4, and Ray Lane's got nothing for him. He's going to take that position.
I'm blown away by this 2-tire strategy, especially too when you got Brandon Fetterplace with who did take 4. He is hot on their heels, and it really just shows you how good that clean air is for some of these guys.
And the funny thing is, Ray Lane's hanging on to second here. The 48 got by and kind of drove on by. Oh, Ray Lane loose off turn 2. It's going to give the 34 what he needs. A run down the backstretch to the inside. He's going to take that spot in 3.
The 18 Jacob Quill is right there, looking to capitalize on the 95, and he's making it look low.
Yeah, Quill, your pole sitter trying to get 3rd spot from Ray Lane here on the front stretch. He's going to get positioned into 1.
Richie's starting to close in a little bit too on that group here, and Richie, I have a feeling he's been saving his stuff. He's been kind of calm out there, just kind of relax on the track and the car come to him. We haven't seen him up there, but he hasn't really lost that lead group yet. So I think he's just waiting for that ultra long run to kind of make some moves on these guys.
He wasn't totally thrilled with his car coming in, so we'll see. Let's have a long run here.
I don't think anybody was from what we were talking to earlier on.
That's a good point.
He had a lot of complaints in the complaint department. And there goes Richie Coy making a look on the Ray Lane there. So apparently those 2 tires are starting to wear on Ray Lane.
Yeah, and Brandon Fetterplace starting to close in on the 48 of Knopf on his 2 tires as well.
Nick Alford getting ready to go by Ray Lane right now. So, and then you got Jeff Chandler and Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. kind of all on there. They are all looking to go after Ray Lane right now. I'm looking, and then you got Cameron King and Kevin Ruff right behind them, and that kind of takes up your pack, your main pack right now.
Boy, Ray Lane, all kind of sideways in front of Jeff Chandler. Hangs onto it, but Jeff checks up, and the 3 luckily cut him a break there and prevented a wreck. But that could have been big.
Oh, yeah, good eyes and good hands on all those guys, and good footwork there. Not making that a bigger issue.
We get a battle for the lead. The 34 Fetterplace to the inside of Jamie Knopf. Jamie trying to hang tough on the outside. Not going to be able to do it, I don't think. Or is he? He wants to, but I don't think the 34 is clear. Off into turn 1. Brandon Fetterplace back to the lead, although here comes the 48.
I'm blown away. He's got tired to do this, but he's making them 2-tire work. Wow. Still holding strong there with second. I mean, just the fact that he's staying ahead of the 18 and the 19 right now, and the 98. Yeah, kudos to him right now.
TJ Martell battling Ray Gill, Lane Allen back here. TJ in the wall a little bit, I believe. That is for 11th spot.
Yeah.
That's 10th in front of him, Ray Lane, as he drops back. He's already dropped back to these guys, struggling with handling. Lane, Lane slides up. TJ smacks the wall.
Not horrible, but yeah, I'm sure neither one of them wanted it. Fortunately, TJ got stuck in the lane sandwich there for a second. I got to keep going out front to make sure we haven't missed any lead changes, but no, Brandon Fairplay still out there kind of driving away from the group right now.
Richie Coy trying to get around Jacob Queel. Jacob throws a block down the backstretch. I'm sure that excites the 19.
Well, he's got the 98 right behind him, too. And, I know Richie wants to put as much space between him and the 98 right now, but he's got a mirror full of them. And the 98, really all the 98 has to do is finish where he's at. I mean, and he's still going to have a decent point stand for him and probably still can retain his position.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Having a good
got to relax.
48 on the inside. Actually,
18
kind
of working to one. Yeah. So the 2-tire strategy is starting to wear a little thin in there on Jamie on the 48.
Yep, starting to drop back now. He drops back into the clutches of the 19 of Coy. And the flashy McFlash pants of the 98.
Well, I'm just trying to think, when are some of these guys going to come in for tires? Because they are going to have to stop at some point.
Yeah, do you cut it in half? Do you run it long, hope for a caution? Right. There's some strategy options out there.
I mean, with 50 to go, they're definitely in the pit window. But, and we've always seen, too, some of these guys, the early takers, seem like they get a little bit more track position towards the end of the race, or do you want to come in a little later? Do you want to maybe wait to see if there is a caution? This is going to be a tough call for these guys. Because what do you do? Whatever you do, that's going to seal the fate of your race, regardless.
Yeah. There's 48. 19 finally gets by. The 98 follows him through. He's going to get by. Those 2 tires starting to give up now. If I'm him, I might hit the pits early. If he's a gambling man like he is, hit it early and try to run away? Or do you run? I don't know if he'd run longer with his old tires, but he might.
Well, he's already losing spots. So yeah, it just if you figure where, and I'll have to go back. I got to see exactly when the caution did come out for the actual to see what the pit cycle what would have been half from that caution. Let me do some.
We had 75 to go at green.
Yep. Yeah, actually, you're right. 75 to go. So that would be about a 125. So maybe another 10 laps. So he's going to be about halfway for these guys. So yeah, do you hang it out for the extra 10 laps, or do you try to wait for another caution? I mean, I'm looking at the field, and everybody. I mean, there is a little bit of spiciness going on there, and not to say a caution can't happen, but looks like everybody's racing with their heads out there. So doesn't look like anybody's getting too over their heads or out of shape. We have one kind of pack right now that's really that's in the 20th that there's a gaggle of cars right now. Everybody's kind of riding together.
Nick Alford starting to work over the 19 of Coy for third spot. Here he looks to the inside down the backstretch.
And he made that look easy. He got it inside. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what these guys decide to do. Like I said, we should have some gamblers here. Bob Fitzpatrick looking to the inside of the 31 of Jeff Chandler. He's going to take that spot. So Bob Fitzpatrick up the sixth spot.
Yeah, he's got his sights set on Jamie now. And honestly, I think Jamie and Ray Gill or Ray Lane, they're probably going to be our first two guys that do eventually do come in for pit.
Ray slid back to 14th spot, past even more. He's going to slide back to 16th here in just a second. Really struggling with those two tires. I mean, I think with two tires, once you lose that clean air, it really affects you because you lose that advantage of the clean air and you have older left side tires.
Well, and remember he was duking it out for the lead early on before that two tire stop. So again he may have burned up that left side a little bit more than say even Jamie Knopf did, Jamie Knopf, and so yeah, he's definitely he's definitely hemorrhaging spots right now, and I might see him come down pit road first. I'm gonna call that one.
Yeah, we'll see what these guys decide to do. I tell you, Jacob Quill's kind of hanging with better place right now. And that 18 kind of mirroring him a little bit. I mean, Brandon's got a little bit of a lead, but Jacob's right there. Nick Alford now clear for third. And we've seen Nick show up at the end of these races too. Oh, we got Bob Fitzpatrick on pit road. He's the first one to come down. He's going to start the cycle.
All right. That's kind of surprising. Maybe a little bit sooner than I thought, but he might be able to leapfrog over some of these other cars.
Sure.
Although it might hurt you though towards the end of this run, too. The sooner you pit, the less tires you're going to have at the end. So it's a tough deal here.
Nick Alford hits pit road. Our points leader Jamie Knopf comes to pit road. Lane Allen
yellow.
And caution is out.
What happened?
Ray Gill. Let's go back and look at the Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay with the 21 of Ray Gill. Trying to come to pit road.
Looks like Ray he was trying to get there.
I don't know if he let the cars behind him now, because like Sherwood Williford almost ran in the back of him there.
He said he did. I'm overhearing some of the team radio or the chat radio, and he did say he made a notion like he was going down there, and it looks like Sherwood didn't even really touch him. It almost looked like
I don't think he touched him. I think it's the apron that spun him out anyway.
Yeah.
Man, that was close. Who was that almost hit him there?
Yeah, that was
Kyle Milliken.
yeah. Yeah, he got really close. Brian Dixon got a little close to him as well.
Let's watch from Kyle Milliken's point of view.
It's changing over. And Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. unfortunately a lap down right now. He'll probably get the wave around, but he's going to have a lot of work to kind of get back up through the field here.
Yeah, that is not what those guys pitting wanted to see. It's very unfortunate.
And Jamie Knopp, he did actually, yeah, he's going to try and get the wave around himself, along with Nick Alford. Nick Alford is still out there.
Nick Alford pitted.
Oh, he did. He pitted early too. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So that's going to hurt his points lead, but we'll see what they can rebound and come up with. But yeah, definitely not what those guys wanted to see.
That is 2 of our top 4 in points right now. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of, they're going to have a lot of work to do here. And unfortunately, too, we're only going to have about 40 laps, maybe 35 laps when we get the green flag.
So see what those guys can do back there in the back, making their way towards the front. But unfortunately, everybody in front of them is going to have newer tires. They're going to take that wave around, and it's going to be some tough sledding there.
And it is dark on the track as well, so maybe some of the track temperatures are going to come down for some of these guys as well. That might help them a little bit.
That's true. It's going to change the handling for sure.
Very interesting strategy, but it looks like Brandon Fetterplace and Richie Coy are gonna be 1 and 2 on this restart, with Nick Alford starting 3rd. And Kevin Ruff, is it Kevin Ruff or Jeff Chandler going to be starting 4th? Oh no, it's Jeff Chandler and Kevin Ruff. I'm sorry, Nick Alford is getting the wave around. Nick's car and Jeff's car kind of look a little similar, so I apologize for that.
All right, well, they're double file. We're going to go back racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. 126 laps in the books. Racing lap 167 here at the Texas 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. And it's kind of been a little interesting now. We've got some guys in the back that have to make up some time. Everybody's got their final pit stop, though. It's a race to the end here. A straight-up race as Richard Coy comes out second on the front row with Brandon Fetterplace in the 34. You got Chandler, Ruff, Jacob Quill, your top 5 as your pole sitter back there in 5th. You got Cameron King, TJ Bartell, Brian Messer, Alan Duranco, Sherwood Williford, your top 10. What about Williford? Williford jumped up there to 10th.
Yeah, he's actually had a really good race, running mid-pack, and now seeing himself in the top 10. Good night for him.
Pace cars off. We're going to go back green here. Brandon Fetterplace leads them down. Looking for a great start, and he gets it.
I'll tell you, that restart run, that restart zone, it really, really benefits that leader, man. You see it time and time again, week and week. They get that great start. Brandon obviously showed it off. Jeff Chandler up to 2nd right now.
And here comes Kevin Ruff making a move to the inside of Jacob Quill, trying to take that 4th spot, or 5th spot. Oh, and tight racing off the corner.
Wow. Get really tight for that 4th spot right now. Wow. Tight, but still enough room for them to get it going. Jeff Chandler all over Brandon Fetterplace right now. I know Jeff's got a good long run car. He's been kind of hanging out there all day. It's one of those guys we talk about week in, week out that could win it any week, and just waiting to have a good showing. And he's looking good now.
For these guys to save these tires, that's one thing you want to do. Put them under pressure, push them, make them use those tires, take away their advantage.
Well, let's see if he's got it. I mean, Brandon has got a great car. I mean, good long run speed, good short run speed. And he's got that clean air, that most important, very, very desirable clean air right now. They got to make sure they get there. So they got to. They don't want to. They got a little bit anxious there about a lap ago. That top 6.
Chandler up 26 positions from where he started, back in 28th spot.
Good run, even though it didn't queue. I mean, I don't count that as a hard charger award, but yeah, he's definitely up there. Doyle predicted it a little while ago in chat, so let's see if your guy can get her done tonight.
You got Coy, Quill, Ruff, and King back there behind them, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And here comes the 18 of Quill to the outside of the 19 of Coy, trying to take that position. Meanwhile, Jeff Chandler's going to look to the outside of the 34 of Fetter Place.
Gives him a little push down the back straight, although 18 almost gave 19 a push as well, so. I had to go back. I had to see where our points leader is sitting at. He's at 18th right now, kind of running right between Wayne Grossi and Jamie Canott. Just kind of stalled back there, though. Doesn't look like he's got many places to go. I know a lot of our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in points, they really want to kind of see him stay back there. And he is 3 wide right now. He is under fire of Jamie Canott. Michael Blackner on the outside.
I know I've said it before, but this is the Hornets' nest.
Well, you could tell. They know they only got about 33 laps to go, 34 laps. So yeah, they got their fresh tires. They're probably starting to come up to temp now. So yeah, we are going to see some. We're going to see some racing. I mean, we have not seen a good front car breakaway right now. We've got a great, looks like a top 10 gaggle right now. The top 10 seem like they kind of broke away from the rest of the pack. They almost got a good second from Brian Messer in 11th right now.
Nick Alford just blinked out and come back in the front of the 48 of Jamie Knopf. I'm surprised that wasn't a wreck. That's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, he definitely needs a new cable or something on his rig. Maybe he's got storms in the area, but man, and yeah, he's definitely with the amount of cars in that area. He gets a little tight. And I say, Alan Duraco almost made a little contact there. He was able to kind of clear himself, getting under. Is that Brian Messer getting in the right now? He's making his way forward, though.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Meanwhile, up front, Fetter Place continues to lead with the 31 of Chandler. Now Quill's gotten by the 19 of Coy, and it is a battle back there behind him.
Ooh, Cameron Ruff kind of tapped the wall there a little bit. No harm, no foul. Cameron Kingslow on his inside, though, trying to make that pass. But I guess you want to go, but you still got to save a little bit, just in case if this does stay green. I mean, this is going to be a good 40 lap run out of these tires, so you're going to have to save a little bit. Here comes Jeff Chandler trying to make a look on the outside. Trying to get that nose out in some clean air.
Got to be careful, though. You open the door to the 18 of Quill behind you if you're not careful.
Yeah, the 18, he is right there, poised and ready to go. Man, Brandon's got a good car right now, and he's hooked up, and he's got that beautiful clean air.
Cameron King and Kevin Ruff side by side. They sort that out. King takes that position. The 28 of TJ Bartel beside the 53 of Alexander Hodge.
And actually, Ray Lane. Oh, we got another caution.
Oh, it happened in turn 2.
Somebody that Ray Lane kind of snuck back up in the 7th for all that. I know he didn't pit, but he was back quite a bit.
Vince Mitchell. Let's see if we can go back and look at our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay, see what happened here. Ooh, some contact from the Sherwood Williford. And boy, that did not end well. See if we can look at that again. Coming through turns 1 and 2. Sherwood Williford just right on the quarter panel of Vince Mitchell there. Turns him around. He gets turned around from the 03 of Brian Dixon. Something right on board with Sherwood here.
Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. got a little taste of that too. Didn't look like anybody got overly damaged though. It was kind of a slow wreck.
Let's back up because he's right on the quarter panel of this. Oh boy.
Well, 96 kind of came down to fill the hole, and it almost looks like Sherwood just, we talk about the air bubble, especially on the plate tracks, but it's like Sherwood couldn't get off of him quick enough.
So going down the front stretch here from the Sherwood Williford, number 5. He tried to fill the gap there, and yeah, I don't know.
And then in an interesting turn of events, our top 4 pitted, but we had a lot of guys behind the top 4 that decided to stay out.
Wow, you're right. Cameron King, Kevin Ruff stayed out. Alexander Hodge, Brian Messer, Jamie Knopf, Michael Blackner, Jacob Quill is the first one off pit road. So the top 6 have decided to stay out here.
It's gonna change everything right here. And as our laps are running down, we saw Jamie had a great car, especially on the old tires. We saw it a little while ago. He's kind of up there now. He's not in that clean air position, but he's definitely in a better spot than he was.
Well, we've got 27 laps to go. We're going to have 25 laps to go when we go green here. I still think it's going to be tough for those old tires to hang on.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. That's unless they're planning on maybe they're foreseeing another caution here.
Well, if there's a rash of cautions and you got track position, this will work out. And that might be what these guys are thinking of. Is they're thinking, well, if we got track position, we have caution after caution towards the end of this race, you're in good position. We're hoping that's not. We're hoping that's not the case, but they may be playing those odds.
Well, yesterday in the real race, we saw a lot of late race cautions, and it was like one after the other. It kind of looked like it was like a wreck fest towards the end here. Hopefully, we are not going to see that tonight. But
these guys with new tires are going to have to be very careful working through this traffic, though, as well. Like I know you want to go, but you don't want to be the caution. Like it's going to be a balancing act for sure.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, you got a lot of guys back there on new tires, and some of these top 6 they haven't led yet. So we're going to see what some of this fresh air and some of these cars are going to do as well. So they're getting lined up 2 by 2. Everybody's cracking their knuckles, tightening up their seatbelts, all that good stuff.
I just did.
Getting ready to go to work.
We have 25 laps to go here at Texas. For the Texas 250, comes down to a 25-lap shootout at most, maybe less. We'll see. Cameron King going to lead them down. Kevin Ruff second. Alexander Hodge, Messer, and Knopf again. Michael Blackner. Those top 6 stayed out. Green flag, and we are back underway here at Texas.
Cameron King got a great jump out there. Brian Messer, though, kind of, I don't know what happened there. He didn't go. Kind of lost a little bit there. Nick Airford, though, the newest guy on the fresh tires, he is the lead of that group right now.
And here comes Corey to the inside of Messer as well, trying to follow him through.
I'd imagine with this tire difference, so these new tires, they're going to blow by these guys.
You got Quill on the inside.
Yeah. Quill's the highest position with the new tire.
Where's Feder? Feder plays in 7th, so he's lost some spots here. You see some guys bouncing off the wall off turn 2.
Federer's making an inside now on Kevin Ruff. You can see, these new tires there are starting to cut through the field here. Still got a ways to go. Nick Elfer on the inside of the 18th right now, trying to get under him.
Yeah,
fighting for third.
Wheel to the outside, Alfred on the inside for third
Disappearing
spot.
as well. Yeah, it seems like though, yeah, some of the same cars right now. But Nick, yeah, get ready to clear the 18 here. He's on that inside. He might get it right here, turn 1 and 2.
18's
got that momentum, yeah.
He's fighting tough on the outside. He's hanging there. He's going to get a run down the backstretch and pull even with him as they head into 3.
I was waiting to see Brandon there go 3 wide. He had a run. He kind of let up a little bit, kind of gave it a little space.
You know, one thing I saw with Fetter Place, though, is he doesn't really have a really good short run car, I don't think. He might just be saving, but he doesn't seem like it takes off like some of these other cars do.
Well, it takes off when he's in the lead spot, but yeah, when he's behind here, it takes him a few laps to kind of get up to speed here. But here he goes. He's making a move on the 18 on the inside here.
Here comes Nick Alfred to the inside of the 48 for second as well. Nick trying to get away from Fetter Place.
Yeah, I'll tell you, our points, they do not want to see Nick win this race. It's almost going to kind of seal the deal for Nick. He is in good shape right now. He's looking very strong.
Tight racing between the 48, the 18. Here comes the 19 on the inside of the 18. Coy looking for a position.
And the 95's kind of all over the 19 right now, too. And then you got Jeff Chandler right behind him. They know it's go time. 20 to go.
Nick Alfred out front now. Nick Alfred was able to clear Cameron King. So Nick Alfred to the lead. I think a little bit of teamwork there, as I think Cameron gave it to him. Now he's going to try to hold up Fetter Place.
Yeah, Brandon's got the tire and he's got the speed tonight. So Brandon's going to make short work on Cameron here. Richie Coy kind of holding that inside, fighting for fourth right now. He gets by Jamie Knopf.
He does, so he clears the 48. Now he set the sights on the top 2 up here.
Oh, the 18 and Caleb Tipton, the 69, they tap. And the 18, unfortunately, I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of fell back. And he's just looking worse and worse as we go here. Got Kevin Ruff now on his inside. Just dropping spots here. And here goes Richie Coy to second.
Richie
Third.
gets to the inside of Cameron King for third spot. Here comes Ray Lane behind him. Boy, Ray is on a mission here.
Yeah, I mean, whoa, Cameron King gets a little loose there. Wow.
Allows Jeff Chandler to get by. Those old tires not working out. Nick Alfred leading right now. Brandon Fetter Place in second.
I'm kind of like, I got to start looking at lap times here with Brandon and Nick, kind of see what we're dealing with.
Ray Lane pestering that 19 at Coy for third. He's definitely quick.
Yeah, well, definitely Ray was about a 10th quicker than Richie that last lap, and the same thing can be said for Brandon Fetter Place opposed to Nick Alfred. Yeah, same thing. Nick Alford is about a 10th slower than Brandon Fetter Place right now. Brandon is he's cooking. He's all over his bumper.
Battle for the lead. Nick Alfred looking to Brandon Fetter Place looking to the inside of Alfred. Alfred with those connection issues. Brandon's got to pick and choose quickly and smartly where to try to make this pass. He looks to the inside now at the 98 of Alfred.
Yeah, I think Brandon's going to get him right here. He's got a good, clean car, and I think these tires are up to temp, and just got to go a couple more laps, and he's going to make that happen.
Alfred's fighting back on the outside.
Well, and I almost wonder if Brandon, if that outside, if he has that opportunity to get on the outside, I think we might see Brandon up there. But they know the top 3 right now, they are fighting against the top spot right now. So they do not want to see Nick Alford up there winning this race. That is the only way you're going to make points on it. You've got to beat him. Makes a look again, going on the inside. Here comes Brandon.
Better place to the inside through 3 and 4. Nick's going to try to hang on that outside line. Ooh, you see the 34 get loose. Pushes the 98 up the track, but he stays in it. And he's going to retain the lead.
Looked like the 98 kind of even kissed the wall there a second, and all it's doing is bringing Richie Coy to them, and Ray Lane as well.
And 98 running the high side there. The 34 gets on the inside down the backstretch. He's going to try to make this pass again.
Looks like a 98 tapped the wall again. I mean, a light tap, but a little tap there.
Can he hang? Caution! Caution's out. Wayne Grassi in it again.
And it does look like Brandon did get him on that. All right. So the question is, are these leaders going to come in for another pit?
Well, the
Do they
question
have
is,
the tire?
the question is, what brought up this caution? The best one tire. And on the carries the replay. 3 wide off turn 2. That rarely is going to work. And around goes Brian Messer in the 7. Out the corner. Who is that on the bottom? Is that the 21 washed it up into the 51? And the 51 into the 7. I don't think that was ever going to work.
It looked like Brian kind of saw, the 21 coming up the track, kind of went up the track a little bit. I don't know if Wayne actually saw what was going on below him, but yeah, definitely unfortunate incident there. And that looked to be a little bit heavier of a hit for some of those guys.
So I was wondering who was the third party to join this 3 wide. It was the 7 on the outside, gets a run off the corner. Just not enough room for that. I'm not sure the 21 or the 51 would have expected the 7 to be there. Oh, we got some takers on pit road.
Well, a lot of the guys that didn't take last time around, they are taking tonight. Taking now at least. And all our leaders did stay out. I mean, it's good to have those fresh tires, but we've got 10 to go.
Yeah, you have
We're going to have less than 10 to go. Yeah.
I don't have much time to work these tires, and they're not going to be that much newer than the tires up front. So,
right. They might be able to make up a little headway there. I mean, it's better than being out there on the old tires in the end of this, but I don't know if they're going to make up any space, unless we get a couple cautions. And, they can maybe work through the field in those regards. But right now, we got Brandon Fetter place, Nick Alford 2nd, Richie Coy 3rd, Ray Lane 4th, Jeff Chandler 5th, Caleb Tipton 6th, Alan Duranco, where did he come from, in 7th, TJ Bartell in 8th, Jacob Quill 9th, and Lane Allen 10th. So, yeah, Lane's been working his way through the field as well. So, got a couple of new guys up there in the top 10.
Looking for a good finish. See if we can close this one out. When they get the green flag, we're going to have 9 laps to go here at Texas. So we'll see who can do what in that span of time. Your first car out on new tires that we believe are on new tires will be the 14th spot. That is Jamie Knopf.
Yeah, and he's on the outside lane too, so he might be able to make some moves there on the outside. Just high, wide, and handsome, just get out there and just run that outside lane and keep the foot in it.
We'll see, but you got to watch out for that bump through 3 and 4. I don't think we've seen it catch anybody out really that bad tonight so far. But you got to keep in mind, you're going to be hauling the mail here, and so you got to be careful about bottoming out, driving hard through the corners like that. We'll see if Fetter Place can hang on here. He's going to have the lead, going to get that jump like the leaders do. Nick Alford 2nd, Richie Coy, see if Coy can hang with him and do something with it. Ray Lane was really quick there as well in the 95. And Chandler rounding out your top 5. We'll see if these guys have anything for that 34. The pace car is going to pull off. We're going to get a restart. 9 laps to go here at Texas. Into the restart zone they come. Off the 34 goes. Great jump Everybody else trying to find a place through.
These guys up there are not going to leave anything left on the table for this run. They're going to go after it. I know Nick had a little bit of connection issue, kind of backed up Ray Lane there for a second. So I'm sure Brandon Fetterplace kind of liked to see that, if he did actually see that. But yeah, that connection issue may have hurt the 95.
Yeah, that 95's going for second right now to the outside of the Nick Alford machine. Richie Coy trying to find somewhere to go here.
I know Richie probably wants to make it 3 wide, but I don't know if that'd be a smart way to go. Somebody who is making a 3 wider and get ready was Jamie Knopf. Yeah, he is 3 wide between Lane Allen and I believe that's TJ Bartel.
Here comes Jeff Chandler to the inside of the 19. Is he there? He is. So he's going to look on the inside of Coy. They are 3 wide behind him. The 48 makes contact with somebody there.
Yeah, it was Lane Allen. Lane was able to save it.
Woo.
He almost was in the grass. Wow.
Here comes the 48 to the
They're 4 wide.
middle. Oh, my goodness. He thinks better of it. Goes to the bottom.
Had a,
what in
Will
the
had
world?
a great run.
Oh, my goodness. 03 into the... They saved it.
Oh, my.
Who is that? Caleb Tipton?
No.
No.
It was Alan Duranco.
No, they're 3 wide up front for second. Oh, they're just beating and banging off of each other. Richie Coy involved.
Yeah, the 18th kind of was barreling through there. I don't know if he was one of the guys that got tires there, but he's showing some crazy speed right now. He might have enough legs to win this.
Who's that in the wall? Caleb Tipton in the wall. So those fresh tires.
Yellow.
Yeah, those fresh tires. What in the world?
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to see if Jacob actually did take tires that last round. He did. He was in there. Okay. So he's got some freshies out of this group.
There's a lot going on right there at the end. And I can tell you, aggressive driving is not going to go over too well for a couple of people. Tipton in the wall. Tipton in the wall. And is that our caution? I don't think it is.
Yeah, I got it.
Looking at Vince Mitchell back here. Oh, this is our caution. Vince Mitchell into the back of Alexander Hodge. Turns both of those cars around.
Oh, yeah. Spin in the grass. Didn't involve any other cars. Nobody actually hit the wall. Wow, Wayne Grassi almost got Vince or Alexander Hodge there. Wow, that was close.
You're on board with Vince Mitchell here. Up the track into the 53. They were 3 wide coming off turn 4 and just not enough room.
Well, I knew they were going to not leave anything on the table, and yeah, it didn't look like anybody did. Which almost makes me wonder what are they going to do now? Because I think we're going to go into a green-white checkered. I think we are at that lap.
So did you ever find out Jacob Quill, did he take tires?
He did, yeah. He is the first guy out there on new tires.
So he's going to start in 4th position with those new tires.
He is our pole sitter, and man, that strategy may pay off for him. He's just gonna have to make it real quick here these next couple laps, because like I say, I believe we are going into a green-white checker territory.
So
now,
we
the
will
big
see.
Question is, are we going to have any more cautions? And I guess that's going to be the big question.
Fetterplace gets a good jump on these restarts because he's the leader. So can he get out there far enough to get away from the 18? Can the 18 get by Ray Lane and Nick Alford quick enough?
Well, with the 18 starting on the outside, I think he might have an advantage with the outside, because it's going to at least maybe give him a place to go.
Watch,
And
watch what the 98 does, though, because the 98 is a teammate to the 34. So, I believe. So,
oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
I don't know if he's going to play any favors here. Those guys have been racing pretty good against each other, too, though. So,
Well, Nick is in pretty good shape. All he's got to do is finish this race. Even if he wins, loses, or draws, if he can stay up in this top 10, he'll be doing pretty well. But you don't want to put yourself in a position where the 18 might say, "Out of my way, buddy," and ruin your night either. So he's got to be delicate if he is going to try and help his teammate.
all right. So, we are going to have a green, white, checkered here. I believe.
Yeah, I imagine so. Everybody should have enough gas. Some guys got some nicer tires.
Tony, you can check if you look at your display. Is it showing one of 3 green, white checkers? Top left?
Yeah, actually it is.
Okay, so this is one of the 3 attempts at a green, white checkered.
It's going to get spicy, but he's used all the seat, or at least the edge of it.
Makes me nervous. Here we go. We're going to get the green flag here. Green, white, checkered finish here at Texas Motor Speedway. Brandon Fetter place leading. Nick Alford on the outside. Ray Lane, Jacob Quill there with those fresh tires. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again here at Texas. And Jacob gets a great run and gets a push to the 98.
Yeah, Jacob's trying to push him, but he really wants that lane clear. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time to get this done. He's definitely got the car in the tire, though.
Here comes
There
Jacob to the inside of the 98. He's going to have one lap to run down the 34 with those fresh tires. Can he do it? He is quick.
I think he's been putting on a great pace where he's probably going to get this done. I just have a feeling. Let's see.
18 to the outside, 34 to the inside. Here comes Quill to the outside with that run. He is going to be there. Can he make it work through 3 and 4? White flag, last lap. We're coming to the checkered here.
He's got him clear right now, almost all 100% clear, but he's got the nose out on him.
Oh my goodness, he's going to make it happen. 18 around the outside to the 34 to the line. Jacob Quill wins. And big wreck behind him. Oh my goodness.
Wow, yeah, they're
What a finish.
little chatter going on, and apparently a little stuff happening people aren't too happy with right now.
That was a big wreck there at the end. Somebody hit hard. Coming to the checkered flag. People in the grass.
It looks like TJ kind of tapped the wall on the exit of 4 there. Got into the side of Richie Coy, kind of drove Richie Coy down the track. It's kind of started some of that calamity. A lot of the wreck, though, happened after the start-finish, after everybody took the checkered anyway. But still sad to see, but everybody trying to get what they can get out there.
Oh, that was the caution. Let's see this big wreck. I saw stuff flying in the background. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was pretty violent. Again, it did happen after they crossed the line. So
who was the car that was destroyed? It was a red car. Was that the 28?
It was the 28. Yeah. Like I say, PJ kind of tapped the wall on 4.
Oh, they wrecked on the backstretch before that even happened. I just saw this.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get back that far. There's a little bumping back there.
Yeah, Cal Milliken wrecking on the backstretch into turn 3. I mean, this is just uncalled for.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
He was going a little bit of a block to go.
Down low, yeah.
And then we'll watch that was a hard hit for him, too. And now in front of course, Wayne Grassi. And then come to the line, TJ Bartell in the grass with 19, Richie Coy. Oh, and then TJ gets turned into, oh my goodness. Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it affected anybody's position either.
No. Well, I mean,
it looked like it.
In the grass beforehand, maybe. But, TJ hit the wall and come down and caught the 19 back up the track. Oh, man, it makes me cringe. Just for shots and goggles, I'm going to ride on board with the 28 here off the corner. I'm sure you guys want to see this. Close your eyes if you're squeamish. The ball off the corner, comes down, into the side of the 19. 19 comes back up and right into the, right in that dog leg too. I mean, just.
Well, with the green-white checkered, some guys on new tires, some guys on old tires, tension's running high. I mean, for the most part, it was a pretty good race, and when you get those circumstances towards the end of these races, anything goes, I guess.
So our pulsar Jacob Quill takes the victory tonight after a crazy green-white checkered finish here. We'll clean all that up. We'll come back and talk to our top 3 finishers after this. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Texas Motor Speedway, finishing up coverage of the Texas 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. A wild and wacky one there at the end, but coming home with your win is going to be Jacob Quill. We'll show you your results here for the Texas 250. Again, Jacob Quill in that number 18 Toyota taking home the victory. Second place is going to be the 34 of Fetter Place. Nick Alford comes home P3. Fourth is going to be Kevin Ruff in the number 99. Top 5 run for the 48, Jamie Knopf. Ray Lane finishes 6th. Jeff Chandler 7th. Lane Allen comes home with a solid 8th place finish. TJ Bartell, although taking a tough hit there at the end, comes home P9. And Michael Blackner rounds out your top 10.
Then we got Richie Coy in 11th. Brian Dixon in 12th. Cameron Albertson in 13th. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. 14th. Ryan Persinger 15th. Brian Messer 16th. Alan Duranko 17th. Ray Gale 18th. Sherwood Wolford 19th. Vince Mitchell 20th. Robert Malikian, 21st. Alexander Hodge, 22nd. Kyle Milken, 23rd. Wayne Grossi, 24th. And then you have Caleb Tipton, Cameron King, Alan Crowell, James Torrey, J.C. Evans, Mason Hoffner, Colby Meese, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., and Hayden Higginbottom for 33rd.
All right, there's your results. All right, let's see if we can talk to our top 3 finishers tonight. We're going to throw it over to our Victory Fuel Victory Lane post-race show here on Full Throttle Television. We'll see if we can pull up third place finisher, Mr. Nick Alford, and your points leader. Let's see if we can grab it. Nick, congratulations, man. A solid finish to a crazy race there at the end, but a third place finish, a good points night for sure. I think you put some more distance on the guys in front going into Kansas, so I'm sure you're looking at that. But overall, a good rebound from a not so great qualifying run, and you find yourself in third.
Yeah, the qualifying run, I hit the wall coming off of 2 on the second lap, so I brought it down pit road and just parked it. Decided, let's just come from the back, try to get some points that way. But overall, good finish, good points day. I was trying to get a little higher in the stage, but Jamie was kind of sitting on my right rear and holding me up there for that. But it is what it is there. But obviously, good points day, good points for Brandon, myself, and I feel gutted for Cameron King, and Brian, because they were having a good day today too. But Cameron had a black flag late for, I guess, coming down pit road when it was closed. But yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot to digest from this race.
A lot to unpack.
The finish, the finish was crazy, but there's a lot of strategy calls on when to and when not to pit. 2 tires, 4 tires. I mean, walk me through the thought process of when these cautions come out. You have to make those decisions. Do you want to go in the back of the pack? Because I mean, you started back there. It's tough to come from back there. Yeah,
It's like swatting flies on the wheel back there. But we made the decision. The third to last caution, I believe it was, to take 2. And that could have put us right behind the people that stayed out. We were able to pick through them and get 1 and 2. And then that last caution just kind of put us in a bad spot because Jacob had fresh tires for sure. So, but yeah.
I mean, you I know it's tough. You try to, make the best plays as possible. And unfortunately, the caution just fell just right, I think, for Jacob to be able to make up that time, have that late race restart, and be able to get around the outside of you and then the outside of Brandon there at the end. But regardless, man, good solid finish, good solid points night. I think you're out of the drama, so at least there's no nobody's looking for your head tonight. So
That's good.
Good solid night.
Sleep well. I
Yeah,
can sleep good tonight.
And you go into Kansas too with a solid points lead, so that's always good as well. So again, congratulations, man, tonight on a solid finish, third place, and I'm going to hand the mic to you and let you do shout outs.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Thank you to you guys for putting on a killer broadcast every week. TeamConti.gg puts out really fast setups every week. Can't say enough good things about them. Frontline Optics, Fine Line Designs, and Hot Lot Heroes.
All right, there you go. Third place finisher tonight, Nick Alford. Solid points lead, and he'll head into Kansas with that lead and try to hang on for the championship. Tony, I believe you're standing by with second place, Brandon Fetterplace.
I am. Yeah, Brandon, man, congrats on the second. I know it's not the spot you wanted. You had a very strong car all night, flirting with the lead here and there pretty much most of the night. Tell us about your night tonight.
Oh man, I'm tired. That was I hope that was exciting to watch as it was to drive. That was pretty wild. I did not expect to have the car that I had. I knew I was quick between practice during the week and some of the races that I'd done. So, I thought for sure I would have, maybe a top, at least a top 10 car, maybe a top 5 car. But when I realized I had long run pace, I got real excited about that. So
Well, it looked like too. Anytime you had that clean air, you were able to kind of shoot out of a cannon. I mean, you control a lot of the restarts, and you were able to kind of hold the lead. And then, I know you had a couple of slicing and dicing issues. At least people kind of passing you like midway through the run, and then I don't know if you were just kind of saving your stuff a little bit, and then you kind of work your way back up to the lead again. And I'm just curious to know too, like at what point did you realize Jacob Quill was coming? He had fresher tires, and how worried were you when you started seeing him getting through the field here?
Well, earlier on in the race, yeah, I was kind of pushing the pace just to kind of see what everybody had. Um, and I noticed that around lap 20, people would start falling off real heavy. So I kind of just let people go. I raced them a little bit to kind of get them going. And then I would just kind of lag back and kind of let it go. And I would just pass them right back. Um, with with Jacob, you know, I felt like I had enough of a gap on him until that last caution hit. As soon as that last caution hit, I knew it was most likely over. It would take a miracle to keep him behind me, especially on that restart. Um, so I mean, what can you do? It's you pit. You had already pit. You'd already made your bed, and that was it. So I ran as hard as I could there at the end, and it just came up just a little bit short.
Yeah, well, the pit strategies were kind of all over the board today too with a lot of guys, and I know with the multiple kind of later cautions we had, I know it kind of screwed up everybody. But hey, second place is still pretty good. You gained a little bit of points on second and second and third. I don't think anybody gained many points on Nick tonight though. But congratulations again on your second, and I'm going to open the floor to you and give out your sponsor plugs and shout outs.
Well, thank you very much. First and foremost, thanks to Hot Lap Heroes, my team, for all that we do, all the help that we give each other. Nick Alford, Cam King, Ryan Messer. Um, thanks to Premier for the killer setups, Victory Fuel for the sponsor of the league. Thanks to y'all for the broadcast, and I guess we'll see y'all next week.
All right, man. Well, congrats again on your second place, and that's Brandon Fairplace, second place here at Texas. I think Brody has got our race winner, pole setter.
Yep, I'm standing out here with Jacob Quill. Starting from the pole, on paper, it looks pretty good. Started from the pole, won the race. But it wasn't quite that easy. But talk about your race tonight, man. You had a really fast car, obviously, starting from the front and able to take those new tires, get that last restart, and work your way up past Brandon Fetterplace for the win.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call my car fast per se. Just on the long run, we really lacked. Just seemed like the car wanted to kick out a bit more than I wanted, and too. So we really tightened up the car, and we got it rolling really well. I had some good long run speed. We were starting to put some gaps in people, and then let me tell you what, that was just Brandon was a tough battle today. I mean, he was just out front with me, and I mean, I just got really loose in not really loose, really tight in 3 and 4 when I made those adjustments. And, I would gain in 1 and 2 because I just had such good drive off and end center, and just lost it all in 3 and 4 because it's just way too tight. So, 40 or so to go, I just said, screw it, reset the car, put it back to what it was at when I put it on the pole. And from there on, we just, we dug in, and obviously, taking no tires was not the call at the time. But then I was like, hoping for a caution with like 10 to go. I got bailed out. So, kind of a luck win, so to say, but fast car, but not necessarily great circumstances. I believe Brandon had a fighting chance if that didn't go to overtime. I really think he did, but it's just, it would have been pretty close, honestly, if I would have gotten there or not, because I still had to get around the second place car, and it was going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the way the cautions fell. It fell almost perfectly for you because you gained all those positions after you pitted, had a late race restart with in 4th spot, able to make that run to the lead, make it work. Man, it's just like, you're right. It had to fall just right for you to use those new tires. I do think it'd have been tough to run down the 34 if we'd have stayed green, but you got that reset, got the restart you needed. and jumped out there and was able to get it done. So congratulations there, man. But yeah, I mean, the whole race. I mean, I know the ending was chaotic and it happened behind you mostly. I'm just talking about the race and the racing and trying to work your way through when to pit, when not to pit. We talked to Brandon and to Nick about how they had to pick and choose when to pit, and really it's kind of up in the air of whether or not it worked out. And I think it worked out for all three of you though, in different ways.
Yeah, every single time I pitted, I made an adjustment to my car, whether that was for the worst or the better. Certainly that second lap going to the stage, though, or that second stint going to the stage, I just knew I needed to change up my car after that. Caution was just all over the place, and me and Brandon were just all over the place, both of us. But I really tightened up that car, made a major swing, and it worked. So I'm really, really proud of the work we put in here today. I mean, it was tough. It was tough. Texas is always tough. It's one of the tougher mile and a halves to build a setup for.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you put on the show. I'm going to pass it to Tony, though. Let Tony, I'm sure he's got some things for you.
Well, I had questions, but you kind of answered them, and I was kind of wondering about that last pit strategy, that obviously worked out for you. But with that said, I mean, just congratulations on your win. I think it's your first win through the league too, as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So
Second
yeah,
race.
congrats there, and yeah, like I say, you had a strong car all night. Obviously, started on the pole, and yeah, that pit strategy. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there who are probably like, man, why the hell didn't I go in the pit, take some tires myself? So good, congrats again, though.
They were out.
Good job. Yeah.
Yeah, they were out of tires, so they didn't get the chance to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured maybe some of the guys had actually an extra
No.
set, but yeah, maybe not.
They took their last set with like 30 to go.
Yeah, and if we just stayed green too, that would have worked out. But unfortunately, that is not what happened. Well, unfortunately for them, I guess fortunately for you. I shouldn't say unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
Works out different ways
mean,
for different people. So
I want to win a race on speed, and honestly, we had a second, third place car today. We did not have, in terms of raw pace, though. We had the fastest car, but we just didn't have nearly the long run pace Brandon and Nick and them had, and I just couldn't keep up. We were similar on lap time, but the car just always felt like one step behind them. So it was just rough.
Well, you got to put yourself in position, and you did tonight. It worked out strategy-wise. You were able to get around on the last lap, make that last lap pass for the win tonight. Again, congratulations, Jacob. I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs.
Yeah, I just want to thank Outlier Speedco setups. Very, very fast setups. They always bring grade 8 open setups. Love their setups. I also want to thank Express Esports. New guy on the team, newest guy. They've kind of helped me out here, just learn the basics. They're teaching me a couple things here and there. Setup building and whatnot, because I want to get into that stuff. Also have my own setup shop at the moment where I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit, quo racing setups. So kind of mostly just like a newbie kind of entry, setup type of thing. But like they're fast. They're up with the Outlier stuff usually most weeks, and really, really happy with how the setups have been produced, and we're continuously getting better every week.
All right. Well, congratulations, man. Enjoy it. And we'll see you next week at Kansas.
Yep.
All right. There's Jacob Quill, your second place finisher here at, your winner here at Texas Motor Speedway. Tony, I don't know. You just bounced around. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I clicked the wrong button by mistake.
But Jacob Quill taking home the win in the number 18. Tony, we saw a crazy end to a somewhat tame race. And we had some issues in the middle of the race, but not anything, like some racing deals and stuff. But it got wild and hairy there at the end. And you can kind of expect that with a green, white, checkered finish, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna kind of go with that as well. I thought it was a really good, interesting race. I mean, we had a lot of different pit strategies, and obviously pit tire, tires won the race tonight, and a lot of good mix up in the front. We had a bunch of good, strong cars that were, they're really dominating, and then it just. Caution happens, and people go in for pits, and we had 2 tire stops and 4 tire stops, and people staying out, and I don't know. It's pretty exciting. I kind of enjoyed watching it. It looks like a lot of the guys did a really good job. Some guys maybe not as good of a job as they probably would have wanted to, or their competitors would have liked them to. But yeah, for the most part, it was a pretty good race. It was very enjoyable to watch. Hopefully, everybody in the viewing world enjoyed it as well.
It was entertaining, that's for sure. And that's what this car is here for, I guess, is entertainment. So there you go. Another race in the books for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Next week, we head to Kansas Speedway next Monday night at 9 p.m. for the finale of the 2025 A season. Nick Alford goes in there with a comfortable points lead, but we'll see who ends up second, third, and fourth as the battle is on. You can catch all the action here live on Full Throttle Television at 9 p.m. Monday nights. And don't forget, in 2 days, Wednesday nights, we are at Kansas with the trucks. The Truck Series ends its season. It's the season finale at Kansas with the Kansas 200. Tony, you'll be in that race, and we'll be broadcasting it live here on Full Throttle Television at 9 p.m. So make sure to tune in and check that out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight as well. And that'll do it for us here at Texas Motor Speedway. For Tony Solari and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name's Brady Hanna. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you in 2 days in Kansas.